Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, yo. Welcome everybody to a Sunday live episode of Savage Cash. Here with me, your superhero of cryptocurrency, Superman. In today's episode, I am going to be talking about cryptocurrency ICOs. Now, if you have been watching my content for some time, you will know that I like to cover very promising ICOs. Now, with the market slightly recovering, like I said, I'm not 100% sure that it is going to maintain this bullish momentum. However, having said that, it does look as if there is another significant price spike, this one right here, which indicates that there is some more bullish momentum that's kind of trying to cancel out the bearish market and bearish sentiment that we have been feeling for some time. But I personally don't think it's happened yet. However, I'm not saying that I'm the gospel on it. But anyway, let's get back to the subject at hand. So the reason why I'm talking about ICOs is because it's actually incredibly easy to create an ICO. Incredibly easy and extremely cheap. You don't have to know what you're doing. Now, as I said, now it looks like there's a bit of a bullish sentiment, and I know that when the bullish sentiment comes back properly in the cryptocurrency market, people are going to just be letting their money go flying everywhere. People are going to be chasing again. People are going to be hungry for that next opportunity they can get behind so they can make savage cash. However, does that necessarily mean that any ICO will deliver you the returns? No, and obviously not. Now, in 2018, we have gotten more mature, I'm hoping. However, having said that, looking at how the market was and how big an appetite there was for ICOs in January, it wouldn't surprise me that in kind of May, June, July time, when the bulls really come charging back, people really go for these ICOs. Now, if you have a look, basically, a lot of these ICOs, initial coin offerings, obviously the first time you can get involved in a cryptocurrency, a lot of them are looking for multi-million amounts in funding to deliver an idea to essentially satisfy what they're making available at ICO for investors. Now, last year we had some really amazing stories. There's this story with Brave and Basic Attention Token, where they raised 35 million in 30 seconds. There's another one with Tezos, where they raised 230 million in 13 days of crowdfunding. So it's extremely easy for an idea to be put on paper, have a white paper, have a website, have an ERC20 token with a smart contract so that somebody can give some money and then they get some tokens in return. Hopefully, assuming that a smart contract is actually running. But it is extremely easy to create an ICO. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I'm not actually pinpointing anybody on this particular list of cryptocurrency ICOs, but I have been getting even more emails in the last few days than I have over the last few months, where people are saying, Superman, I've just started, I've just created my white paper, I've got my ICO, it's about to launch in about 10 days, I'd love you to cover it. I have been getting these messages ad nauseum. And essentially, it's so easy for somebody to have a great idea. Oh, this hasn't been put on the blockchain yet, so I've got an idea. How about I put this idea on the blockchain? And a lot of people have been asking me, Superman, what do you think of this ICO? Superman, what do you think of that ICO? And I look at it and I think, yeah, it sounds like a great business idea, but doesn't sound like a great blockchain use idea or anything that belongs in the cryptocurrency market. And it is possible that business ideas can do well outside of a market. However, because people have such a hunger for ICOs, then there's every likelihood that even the crappiest ideas and the most rubbish of teams, particularly a very inexperienced team, can actually bring out an ICO. Now, I was looking at Fiverr last night. Now, Fiverr is a website, a global website, where you can hire freelancers for the minimum cost of a fiver. So $5, £5, €5, whatever. Okay, and what I have seen, looking through, I just typed in cryptocurrency in the search because I went on here by accident and then I thought, I wonder what happens if you type in cryptocurrency. Now, for £70 or $70, you can get somebody to create a cryptocurrency for you. You can get a developer to create ERC20 tokens. Now, most ICOs are ERC20 tokens, Ethereum blockchain based tokens. So somebody could create an ERC20 token for you to represent value for your idea. So this is basically a token of exchange, so that when people give you funding, you give them tokens. Okay, that's how it works. So for $70, somebody can create these for you. Now, if you continue to look, if you go down here, somebody can create a realistic cryptocurrency logo for you. Okay, there's another one here for just $3. Okay, for $5. For $5, somebody can create a logo for you, which can be the logo for your cryptocurrency, the logo on your website, the logo on all the marketing materials, on ICO drops, on CoinSchedule. And then, even worse, you can have somebody write a white paper for you for $35. So overall, for about $100 or just a little bit more, somebody can do you can get 3 people to do the entire process for you. You can get the ERC tokens created. You can get a logo for your cryptocurrency. You can get a white paper created for your cryptocurrency. And then if you carry on looking, you've got people doing marketing, people presenting articles, people that can get your cryptocurrency in front of tons and tons of readers or YouTube viewers. Somebody could even teach you about blockchain, just in case you're going to do an interview with somebody on YouTube and you don't really know how to articulate anything about blockchain. Somebody could teach you about the blockchain and about cryptocurrency so that you know what you're talking about when you do an interview with a YouTuber. And you're giving this fancy spiel, your 10-minute elevator pitch, saying why your ICO should deserve funding and all that kind of thing. So you have seen how incredibly easy and cost effective it is to actually create an ICO. For $100, you could virtually have a cryptocurrency. You can have everything created that will encourage people to fund you. Now, the whole point of this video is not to encourage some of the scam artists and exit scammers out there who are thinking, oh, how can I make $1 million or even $40 million just like that in the space of a day? This is one of the ways, because cryptocurrency ICOs are so bloody hot that that almost the crappiest idea gets funding. Last year, there was a cryptocurrency called the Useless Ethereum Token, or UET. And that filled its ICO. It did nothing. It was a novelty. But people actually gave their hard-earned money for that. And the thing is that something like that was so obvious. But there are people out there who think that they've got a great idea. And I should know, because I get so many people messaging me saying, I've got this idea. I want to put this on a blockchain. What do you think of this idea? And most of the time I think, well, that doesn't work. It's a pile of crap. It's a rubbish idea. But I don't tell them that. I just don't respond. But it's such a big opportunity because cryptocurrency is becoming such a massive thing. A year ago, it didn't have the same level of visibility and glamour that it does now. But now it is just so easy to make a cryptocurrency ICO and basically flog it. And if you've been watching enough cryptocurrency videos, you'd probably know how to make token metrics attractive enough that would encourage people to actually buy your ICO. So at the end of the day, the whole point of this is to say, be very, very careful of what you're putting your money in, because this is one of the easiest ways to become an overnight millionaire or even billionaire for some people if they just have an idea. Oh, this fits in with blockchain because there's no other blockchain company that is doing this. And then all of a sudden, put their marketing materials on ICO drops or CoinSchedule and people are saying, oh, wow, I don't think there's anybody doing this on the blockchain. This must be good. And so they just give their money and then they shill them in all the different cryptocurrencies communities saying, oh, look at this idea. I've never seen this done on a blockchain before. You have got to get behind this. And it's so easy for something to just grow like that, grow quickly. Particularly if there's like a referral scheme on there where you can earn, or a bounty scheme where you can actually earn cryptos for shilling it to other people in a shameless fashion. That's why I don't like cryptocurrencies with bounty programs, because it kind of enables shameless shilling and just gets people going out there saying, oh, you should get this, you should get this. A bit like Electroneum. that were shamelessly shilled ad nauseum because of the referral scheme and because of hype marketing. And it'd be so easy for any ICO using these very, very cheap services to do the exact same thing and take your money. Now, in 70% of cases, not all of them, mainly the infrastructures and incredibly hyped ICOs are the ones that when they come on exchange after being an ICO, they tank. So 70% of them tank. 30% of them, the good ones, they carry on going. So Zilliqa, OneChain, even BitDegree. People slag off BitDegree, but actually 11x straight off the exchange. Straight as it got on the exchange. And the reason why is because it was still the remnants of a bull market. But when the bears came in, it came right down. But in any given market, regardless of the circumstances, a rubbish ICO will, when it goes on the exchange, lose you money. The people that make the money are the people that get ridiculously high bonuses at pre-sale, and then when it goes on exchange, they sell it, and all of the people that got in an ICO crowd sale are left with the bags, and they are bag holders until it gets bought up. And because there are so many cryptocurrencies now, you know, there's nearly 1,600 cryptocurrencies right now, and it's growing by the day. There's every likelihood that, you know, the cryptocurrency that you should so happen to be a bag holder of could be number 1,500 on this list. So you just got to be very careful. You've got to make sure that you are really truly analysing the opportunity and the people behind the opportunity. Okay, and it's not just enough to have people that work for Microsoft or IBM. I've got mates who have worked for really big companies like IBM and Microsoft and big multinational companies. It'd be easy for me to say, "Oh, mate, can I put your name on the advisor page of my ICO?" And they go, "Yeah, why not?" I said, "Okay, well, I'll give you 100,000 tokens or something in exchange for your services." And there we are. I've already got a global name on there. So when you see people going into forums and saying, "Oh, they've got somebody from this company, that company," you know, so what? You know, at the end of the day, every ICO has zero intrinsic value until people hype it up and actually give it perceived value. And because there are so many ICOs, there's no guaranteeing that the cryptocurrency that you have invested in is going to have any intrinsic value and that you're going to make any money off it. So really, the whole message from this is just be careful when ICO season comes about again, because it is going to come about again, and you could end up getting hugely burnt by it because it's so cheap to create a cryptocurrency, as you can see right here. And it's so easy to make money, as you can see from such extreme examples here. So that's that from me today. Let's see if there's any questions from you guys. See if any of you have any questions you'd like to ask me while I'm here. Thank you, June. I appreciate your very lovely comments there. Utrust. Is it too late? Let's have a look and see Utrust. Now, Utrust are going to be unveiling the first look at their platform. 19 cents. Wow, it's going up. Nice. So they're going to be unveiling their first look at their platform on Thursday, the 19th. And I should know that because I'm going to be there. In Amsterdam, they are going to be unveiling the platform. And I personally cannot wait to see it. So I don't, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, this is $56 million market cap. It's just ridiculous. That's just so undervalued. Anyway, let's have a look. See what else there is. There's also people calling about P3D. I don't know why. Thank you, Samip. Never seen you before on here. I sold Neo, Ethos 1 and Fusion for P. What? Why would you do that? That's just terrible. Especially because I think P3D has actually tanked in the last few weeks or something. Future for POA. POA. I've not personally done an analysis of Power, but I do understand that it's very promising and is one of the ones that are likely to attract institutional money. Any other Sphinx? Still think it's going down? I do think that, yes, I do. My personal resolve has not been broken yet. I do think that it is still going to go down. But something that I have found works really well in cryptocurrency is patience. Normally, patience, people who are patient, they normally are the ones that benefit the most. So, patience is what I would say. The thing is, right, is that what happened the other day went completely unnaturally against the grain. I certainly didn't kind of expect it, and it was a big whale or collective whale investment masked by a load of good news. So it was almost like I said at the time, it was a load of good pieces of information almost coming out at the same time to mask the whales actually investing. I don't believe for 1 second, all of a sudden, a Muslim population saw that article and thought, right, I'm going to start investing. I just don't think that was likely. I think it's definitely a whale movement, 1 or 2 or 3, or maybe a collection of big whales all of a sudden just smashed in the buys because cryptocurrency at that point, particularly Bitcoin, was very cheap at that time. And they thought, you know what, smash it, let's just get some in. And the thing is that what it's encouraged is a load of people to buy up altcoins and Bitcoin, and therefore stimulating demand. The more demand there is, the more potential there is for the profits to be dropped, for the profits to be taken by these big whale investors. The more it goes up, the more that, people think that, the more people trapped by the bull trap, basically. I mean, that's what a bull trap is ultimately. So that's personal opinion, but I'm not the gospel truth. That's just my personal opinion based on the data that I have been storing. So there we are, Marble Arch. OneChain is doing extremely well. Was doing extremely well last I looked. It was over $6, and now it's just slightly under $6. This is a face palm investment because even if the price goes down, I don't necessarily think OneChain is going to dive bomb. I think if Bitcoin did go down to about mid 6,000s, maybe early or late 5,000s, that OneChain could drop to about maybe $3 again. That's conditional, but they have got a very wide group of supporters. But Ian Ballina took out some profits the other day, and people will take out profits. Particularly because a lot of them probably got it at ridiculous Satoshi values like 40,000 like I did, or a little bit more, and still make a massive profit as this goes down. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with Bitcoin first. Lisa Marie asks, why is credits tanking? I think I've spoken about this already, which is that not everything is going to just go up. The thing is that credits was almost going up during the bear sentiment. So even during a bear sentiment, credits was going up, and people had a lot of I suppose people were feeling very confident in credits at that time and not confident in anything else. Now the inverse has happened, where now that everybody is feeling bullish on everything else, credits is kind of probably being is having the opposite effect, where everything else is now getting the attention and credits is getting less attention. But they are very much in the early stages, so I wouldn't expect this trajectory to keep going up. And particularly when what happened with their unveiling of the pre-beta kind of gave them a little bit of negative press, I think. Any other Sphinx? Any other Sphinx? Oh, Karan, you're in Amsterdam. Awesome. I'll meet you there. I'm also going to this thingy-majiggy in Dubai as well. So so I'm going to Dubai for a blockchain conference. So that should be interesting, shouldn't it? There's Boxmine's going to be there, and John McAfee's going to be there. So me and John McAfee will undoubtedly come together and think of what's the next cryptocurrency we can hype up and and cause raucous and unbelievable hype in the cryptocurrency market. No, only joking. I've never actually spoken to John McAfee, funnily enough. High performance blockchain. Let's have a look and see high performance blockchain, Ian. 348. Still very undervalued. But at one point, this was 85, I think. 85, 80, 80 or so. No. Very recently, it was a 50 million market cap. Wow. Wowzer. That's amazing. 39. Jeez. So this was right down. Yeah, this was right down. So this has gone up massively. Massively. But, you know, like I said the other day, the great thing about these potential bull traps, it's not confirmed yet, but the great thing about these bull traps is that it kind of brings to light what are people really liking, what are people feeling quite hyped about, so that you, when it goes down again, you kind of think, right, well, I missed my chance last time, so I'm going to go for it this time. Bitcoin Private, funnily enough, went down to like $21 yesterday. Now it's gone right back up to $28. It's just like people don't learn, really. Zilliqa is a good riser today, 6 cents. I'm glad I got this when I did. So anyway, yeah. So there we are. Any other Sphinx? There's another question. Smash that like button. Thank you, Crypto Beadles. I appreciate that. I appreciate that contribution. $50. Shit, that's awesome. I've got half of my funds to create an ICO now. No, I'm only joking. Anyway, do you think it's still okay to buy it? You can buy if you want. You're kind of buying right into the highest at the moment, so it's kind of your kind of your discretion at the end of the day. Will Cardano go back to 15 cents? It can do if Bitcoin goes right down. It could go lower. If it goes down to 5,900, Cardano will sink to 12 cents or 11 cents. So you just got to hope for that. You've just got to kind of hope for that, and hope that it gets, you know, if you are hoping for it, obviously. If you didn't get some good buying opportunities, the best thing to do is just hope. Every morning when I get up and look at CoinMarketCap, I'm like, come on, hurry up. It's going to happen. It's just, when is it going to happen? Anyway, I just talked about Utrust. People just don't flip and listen, do they? Anyway, so I'm going to make a move now because there's a lot of people saying, oh, shout this out, shout that out. So I'm not going to, not going to carry on. But but anyway, but the fact of the matter is that, you know, I'm still kind of waiting for, I'm still waiting for the bull trap to be confirmed. But ultimately, just want to say, be careful where you put your money, peeps, because a lot of cryptocurrencies, some of which are in here, have asked me to tout their cryptocurrencies, and looking at their foundations, they got terrible foundations. And I would never promote anything crap. So, you know, so there we are. So I just want to make you guys absolutely, you know, in the know, because a big bullish period is going to happen, and you just got to be careful where you put your money. I am going to be talking about ICOs without a doubt, that I think personally are not cash grabs, are potential big hitters. So, you know, so look out for those. But there we are. So thank you for coming and joining me here today on this Sunday. I appreciate you peeps being around. Smash up the likes, because there are very few likes, ATM. 230 likes. It's just not good enough, peeps. Smash them up. Smash them up on your way out. But that's it for today. Hope that you got educated, and I hope that you are careful in the long run with ICOs. A lot of ICOs are just not worth the effort. That's why I don't invest in most ICOs. Only the ones that have a lot of promise, and I mean have a good use case for the blockchain, a sustained use for the blockchain, and can be a massive multi-billion-dollar business in the future. So there we are. That is it for today's episode. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you next time, peeps. It is lights out, all out.